Welcome back to another CT Farm Boys video. I just recorded my last video. It was about my CT200 UXL. Go check out that video. I just posted it. Now, this video is about this. The Arctic Cat 250 4x4. Reverse. High, low, and super low. It got all the bells and whistles for an old 2001. Anyway, let me backtrack. I was at upstate New York. Mind you, my grandparents live up there. My grandpa is my uncle Jeffrey. He unfortunately passed away about a year and a half ago. Actually, this watch I wear nearly every day is his. Very sentimental value to me. But this ATV was his. Mind you, fortunately, he was a hoarder. He owned everything in the world. But this is probably the best thing he possibly owned. Anyway, right now, it is my grandpa's. It's under his name. It's his. I was up there a few days ago, and I was like, Grandpa, I don't want you sending this thing to an Arctic Cat dealer. They're going to charge you $1,500 to figure out what's wrong with it, and they're going to end up giving it back to you, and you're going to be 15 grand in the hole for a machine you can maybe sell for $2,000 or $2,500. But the goal for this machine is to get it running, working, and operating condition and not to catch on fire. I was about to say, let's watch this video, but yesterday it caught on fire. Let me backtrack even more, kind of. Let me backtrack even more. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. I got this thing running. I rebuilt the whole carburetor in my ultrasonic cleaner right here. The carburetor, I ripped the carburetor out, got the throttle linkage off, the choke off. I put a new fuel filter on. I did everything to the carburetor so the thing looks like brand spanking new for a 23-year-old machine. I rebuilt that. It ran okay. It ran lean. Lean means it's getting not enough gas, too much air, I believe. Don't quote me on that. So it's getting too hot. Basically, yesterday, the exhaust was glowing red. I don't have a video of it. My phone was, I think, dead the whole time. But yesterday, I replaced the battery. I got it running and working, kind of. It was going through some kinks and whatnot. So I have like, it's not sponsored video, but I have Fast Fix. I got this in the gas tank right now with about half a tank. Surprisingly, this works. This thingy right here works. You just have to shake it a little bit, and then it'll start to go up a little bit more. It's not like it's a slow. It doesn't actually go up and down nice. It's very slow. Anyway, so we replaced the battery with the exact same battery. Replaced it. Got a new one. I started driving. About 20 minutes in, I'm like, Dad, I'm going to go meet up with a buddy. He hasn't seen the ATV yet. I'm going to go show it to him. So I take it out on the road to go find him. I go to his house. He's not there. I talk to his parents. They're like, oh, he's down in the reservoir. He's down having some fun. So I call him. He answers me. So then he starts heading my way. I'm in there ripping around and stuff. And then I end up, he's taking too long. So I'm going to go his direction. I go his direction. I make it about 100 feet until I hit a water puddle. Oh, I'm not high enough. Until I hit a puddle of water. Mind you, it's an ATV. It should be able to take it. It has a snorkel on it. Well, kind of. It has a snorkel that goes up to like the gas tank, but it can't be submerged that much. But so I go into the mud puddle. I'm like, this thing can do it. It's an ATV. I hit it, going probably 5-10 miles an hour. I keep on creeping, probably about 150, 200 feet later. I stop the machine to put it in 4-wheel drive because I'm about to go up a hill. I stop. Right when I stopped, I hear bubbling and smoking. Mind you, I'm in the button up of nowhere. It's starting to smoke. I think it's going to catch on fire. I get off the machine. I shut it off to reenact this. Basically, I'm right here. I'm driving. I stop. This is two-wheel drive. You push it in. I think I literally pushed it with my foot to push it in. And then I start to see a whole bunch of steam come up from here, or smoke. I hop off. Mind you, I already shut the motor off right here. Shut it off. I come off. I go right here. Whole bunch of smoke coming from right here. I look down, and over here is just covered in smoke. It smells like battery acid. It's popping. It's doing weird stuff. So the only logical thing I think is a good idea is to cut the battery terminal. I grab my pocket knife. That's the only thing that can cut it. And this thing's pretty dull, but it's kind of new at the same time. I just start yanking on it. It probably took 4 or 5 yanks on it. Mind you, the whole time it's steaming, thinking I'm about to catch on fire. I cut it. Finally, the last one, it cuts through the copper. I am so surprised it did. It sparks. At this point, I didn't care if I got electrocuted. I didn't want this thing to burn down in the woods. And it's like it's the first day I have it under my arms. And so I cut it, and everything stops. Everything cools down, it stops. This is what burnt that day. This thing is a voltage regulator. God damn it, I can't. Okay. It's a voltage regulator. Basically, what it does is the engine produces power. The power comes from the stator. The stator makes AC power. This thing converts AC to DC. DC is the power that goes in the battery. This controls the power that goes in the battery. So this thing goes through a lot of voltage, about 12 volts or 13 volts or something. And it caught on fire in the middle of the woods. I finally realized it today in the morning. I hooked up this brand new battery. Mind you, this thing killed my brand new Everstart 14 amp battery. It killed it, brand new. Just put the acid in it and everything. This is a acid one, so you have to add it in yourself. So I added it in. I did everything. I waited an hour into charging it. I charged it to 84%, not 100. I know, I'm so bad. And I plug it in. I ride it for a half an hour, hit the mud puddle. I probably shorted the system out, because guess what? There is, oh, my camera's completely in the wrong direction. If it can ever. That wire right there is exposed. There are 2 wires that burnt out and got exposed. So the thing was probably super hot, melted these wires away, or the film that's over it, the little rubber stuff that's over the copper, and the thing ignited. It probably sorted the system out, and it died. Dead in the water. I get it back here. I check the voltage on the battery. It's at 8.4 volts. It's a brand new battery. So I believe I sorted it out or broke it. Or it was perfectly fine. I need to charge it. Anyway, brand new battery. I returned it, got a brand new one. So this thing is our culprit. It's about a $500 part. I'm completely joking. I have it on the way. It'll be here tomorrow. It's a $20 part. I already asked my customer, my grandpa. I told him what happened. And this thing is going bye-bye. And the plugs are the exact same. These don't look burnt. That's why it's like this thing is right here. Okay, let me try and get a light. Can I turn my flashlight on? Well, that's me. Let's see. No, I cannot. And that's why I need my light off the mini bike. So basically, this thing goes in here. It is flat on the metal. Flat. The wires plug in right here. There's 2 wires right here. Those 2 plug into this. This thing is completely flat on it. So, you have no way to know that, oopsies, that this thing just caught on fire. Because I didn't look close enough to these wires when it was in there. The reason why I knew this thing was the culprit, sorry about that, is because when I ran it today with this brand new battery, I just did all the maintenance on it, the oil, except the oil filter. I still need to buy a new one. Oh, I think it's leaking oil. No, I think that's old oil. I haven't moved this thing yet. I did all the oil and everything. I started it. I had it running for about 10 seconds at most. I come back, so I start it, I get off of it, but then it starts to idle up too high. So I hit the choke. I opened the choke a little bit more because it was idling too high. So I opened it up more, but well, mind you, it's way up here. So it was probably about here, and I raised it up to like let it idle back down. But then I start to see smoke rising again. And then I come back here. I look in here, and these wires are glowing red. And it's super hot. And I'm like, crap, what the hell do I do this time? Thankfully, it did not catch on fire. I shut the ATV off. It actually killed itself. This thing does not run on low voltage. If there's no battery, it will not run properly. So it killed itself, I think, or I killed it. I believe I killed it. And so I quickly, I'm like, holy crap, I don't have a fire extinguisher. I don't want to cut the wire again. I'm kind of freaking out. So then, finally, I just take my wrench or my ratchet, and I just, oh my god, my camera's way down here. And then I unloosen this, take it off, done deal. It was fine. I let it calm down. I calmed myself down because I didn't need it burning in the garage. And finally, this is the culprit. We believe this is the culprit. Hopefully, it is not the stator, because the stator is about a $300 to a $1,200 part. Oh my goodness, I need water or something. Oh, I got iced tea. Holy crap. I'm distracting you guys. Sorry about that. Distracting. No, I'm getting sidetracked because of iced tea. I don't know why I just slurped. I'm sorry. I hate slurping myself. I'm getting eaten alive in here. It's 77 degrees at 63% humidity. The AC unit isn't working right now because it's too big of a room and it's hot and it's colder outside than it is in here. Anyway, I'm off topic. Sorry about that. That's the culprit. So we're going to get it, but the stator produces the power off of the motor. That thing, you could search it up, Arcticat 250 2001 stator. I think the reason why the price difference is so big is either it's used or it's brand new. So that I believe those are the differences. Or it's like one of them's name brand, one of them's off brand, crap like that. Chinese, USA, stuff like that. So anyway, that's the ATV. I'll try and make more videos about it, the process of it, because I believe my grandpa watches these videos. So I'm going to show him. He's going to see all of this. He's going to see what happened. He's going to hear what happened. He already knows. And all of that. So we're going to get the stator tomorrow. We're going to get it. And we're going to figure this out. Alright? Hopefully this thing isn't like completely blown up or something. Alright, CT Farm Boys fans? You know what that means. CT Farm Boys, out.